Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I'm back at it with another Animal Crossing video. I'm going to post a real-time painting video of Pascal next week. I was going to post it this week, but honestly I haven't had a lot of time to play with the new update yet, and I want a lot more to talk about in my thoughts and review of the new update, so that'll be going up next week. This week's video is something a little different. It's an idea my friend Dan had that I thought was super cool. He said you should come up with ideas for items that you want to see in the game and draw them out and try to make them fit into the game and talk about why you want these items. And I thought, there's a lot of ideas I have for 4th of July weekend, you know, summer type items, party items that I think would be super cool and versatile and good for not just summer and 4th of July, but good for a number of different things. So I thought I would draw them and talk about them and get your guys' thoughts on these items and what kind of items you would want to see in the game as well. So without further ado, here are 6 items I would love to see added to Animal Crossing New Horizons. So the first thing I did was just take a screenshot from a quick video clip I took of my character at the beach, and I made it the background in this Procreate document, and I just got to work sketching some ideas I've had for summertime and 4th of July weekend type items that I thought would be an excellent addition to the game. First things first, I definitely wanted a little patio table with chairs. I recently bought a little cheap patio set from Amazon, and it's cheap but it works, and it's so nice having just a little place to sit outside. I'll be utilizing it later today. I'm recording this the morning of the 4th, and we're gonna go grill stuff outside and sit out there and have a drink and talk and whatever. So this item is perfect for the summer. As to my knowledge, there isn't a table with an umbrella item in New Horizons. I believe there was something like this in Pocket Camp, unless I'm just confusing Pocket Camp with The Sims, which is entirely possible. All games kind of blend together in my mind after a while. But I do think a table like this would be essential not only for like outdoor summertime celebration stuff, but I think it would be a super cute addition to villager backyards, you know, give them kind of a backyard lawn kind of vibe. I think it would be cute for an employee rest area, you know, place for the employees at Able Sisters or Nook's Cranny to take a little break from work, sit out there and text and take a 5-minute break. You know, there's a lot of storytelling, environmental storytelling you can do with a little patio table and chairs depending on where you place it and the other items around it. I could just see this in the back of like Nook's Cranny with a bunch of cardboard boxes piled up next to it and stuff like that. I think it would be super cute. Also, I think with different colorways, it could work for different types of outdoor celebrations, or even if you could customize it to be like green and white striped, it would be a great outdoor dining table for everybody's cafes that they have outside. Personally, I would love this for a cafe because I know if I'm eating outside somewhere, I don't want to be sitting anywhere there's not shade over me because I am incredibly pale and I burn very easily, and I don't find sitting in direct sunlight and eating very pleasant to do. So, you know, just imagining sitting outside at the little iron garden table I have by my little cafe, it seems like it wouldn't be very much fun, so I would totally love to have an umbrella to sit underneath while I'm eating in my imaginary Animal Crossing world. I also think a really basic chair like this is definitely needed in the game. In previous games we had the minimalist chair and you could do some color customizations to it, but that was kind of a fabric indoor type of chair. I think a really basic outdoor chair that's just like metal bars and like 2 panels of fabric that you can customize would be amazing in this game. There's so many ways you could use this basic blank slate type of item, and there's nothing really like it in the game. The most basic outdoor type chair we have is the wooden chair, which doesn't really suit every type of aesthetic that you're going for. There's lawn chairs, which are a little bit complex and have the arms, but they wouldn't fit at an outdoor table like this. And the iron garden chairs, again, don't fit every vibe, but I don't know. I just think a blank slate item like that is needed. And here I've been drawing the second item of 6. This is the beach umbrella. I would love to see a proper, tall, you know, big beach umbrella that you could set beside or on top of even if I don't know if it would be possible with the way that item arrangements are figured out with tiles and stuff, but even if you could just put this next to a lounge chair or next to a towel or something like that, or next to a sandcastle, I think it would be a really nice addition to the beach, because myself and others are adding rainbow regular umbrellas to the beach and it's just not the same. It doesn't look right, you know, it's this little tiny handheld umbrella just sitting on the beach giving us the illusion and the vibe of an umbrella, but it's not quite the same as a real beach umbrella. Next item is a little more summer specific, but I think it's super cute. Just a little item. I love little detailed items like this, and I think a lot of players do too. Just a little bucket of water balloons. Now this is something much more like summer party type of oriented, but oh, that's another item I should have drawn that I didn't draw. Maybe in a follow-up video, if you guys like this video, I'll come up with more, like even more summer items, summer backyard items, because I think a slip and slide type thing would be amazing. And they had sprinklers. They have sprinklers in this game, right? You know, sprinkler garden hose type item, and then you have the slip and slide, and you have the bucket of little water balloons. Yeah, I might have, you know, if you guys respond well to this video and like the ideas, maybe I'll come up with more summer ideas, because I think that would be fun, a slip and slide to match this this little bucket of water balloons. Anyway, moving on to the next item, we already have a life ring item in the game that's a little smaller and has the rope attached to it because it's, you know, a life-saving buoy, but I think just a basic pool floaty item would be super cute and would help with the beach vibe, because there's just not enough beachy, going swimming type of items in the game, considering that it's an island-based game where you're surrounded by sandy beach on all sides. And I'll talk about all these items a little bit more as the video goes on, but I want to talk about them as I'm drawing them. And I messed this item up first time, which is why I didn't start talking about it. I wanted like an outdoor snack table. This might be my favorite item because I love these items where there's just a lot of detail. I really like in-game the birthday table with all the cups and all the stuff on it that says happy birthday that you see in villagers' houses when you have a birthday celebration. I love that item. I think it's one of the cutest items in the game. And for a while before I went for a more natural feel on my island, I was trying to do with an outdoor arcade area. I was trying to make it like almost like a Chuck E. Cheese type birthday thing and collecting all the birthday items, but this would be perfect for something like that if you wanted to do like a fake Chuck E. Cheese thing, or if you wanted to do a birthday party outside, or, you know, with the different colorways that I add in the video, you could use this type of item for, you know, an outdoor wedding, a more casual wedding space. If you want something that's a little bit less hoity-toity, you could do the more colorful, casual potluck type wedding. It's just a fun item to have in people's or in villagers' backyards to show that they're throwing a party. And similarly, the last item, another favorite, I think the party table and the balloons are my favorites of all of these ideas, actually. The balloons might be I don't know, maybe the balloons are my favorite because I think we need basic balloons in the game. We don't have them, and in Pocket Camp there was like these light up balloon things that I used to decorate, but they weren't really balloons. I just want some regular wiggly, wavy, floaty balloons that aren't the Bunny Day balloons, really. Like, you could use them for putting outside your house to show that you're celebrating a birthday. They go with all kinds of holidays depending on the colors that you can customize. If you're able to fully customize the balloons, they would look super cute for like outdoor garden spaces and for weddings, of course. A lot of these items would work for beach weddings or outdoor weddings. You know, there's just a lot of possibilities for using these items in ways that are not exclusive to 4th of July, but are also perfect for 4th of July. Because 4th of July weekend and like a summer vibe only lasts so long, but the longevity of items, being able to customize them and use them for different ideas and get creative, I think is half the fun of this game. Is, you know, you have thousands of players using the same library of, you know, relatively few items and coming up with creative and inventive ways to use them, and again create environmental storytelling settings where, you know, one person might have a junk island where they have a bunch of trash items all next to each other, and another person might use those same trash items to make like I was talking about earlier behind Nooks, like they have a dumpster with the boxes and a little employee break area with a little brick wall. And you know, it's the same items, but the way they're arranged and what buildings they're next to and what colors are used and how they're customized can tell so many different stories about the theme of your island, you know, how you want your villagers to be represented. You know, maybe one person's front yard is, you know, has a sofa and a bonfire, and the next neighbor's is very put together and has lots of flowers and a garden bench. And, you know, these items are more than just like, you know, decoration. They also help us tell the stories of our villagers, and part of that is because the game doesn't offer a lot of storytelling. Unfortunately, one of the downsides of the game is there's not a ton of villager dialogue and there's not a whole lot to work with, so the creativity comes from these limitations, right? We're given these items and a set number of ways to customize them, and we have to make do with that. And I think just adding even a small bundle of items like this that are versatile, that can be customized to be used for different occasions, different ways of telling that visual story would be just amazing. I actually really like the patio table too. I'm not sure what my favorite idea is. I think my least favorite idea from this video is the pool floaty thing, just because we have the life ring already, and it's like, it's not necessary, but I think it would be a nice touch type of item. Especially for, I just saw a tour of somebody's island where they really beautifully use the sand paths with the terracotta borders around them. I think these kind of cutesy rainbow beach items would be perfect for like a themed island like that, where it's very bright and happy and sunny and like a place you definitely want to visit in the summer. So, you know what? I do like my little pool floaty ring. I take it back. I don't hate it. I kind of like the idea. And here I'm just fleshing out the outlines of things with a thin pencil-y brush. I wasn't really concerned with making it look like the in-game models because that kind of, you know, realistic 3D rendering isn't really my strength anyway. I was just kind of putting my ideas to paper and seeing what people thought of them, so went with a more simple style for these. I do try to get the colors to match other colors that are in the screenshot by just eyedroppering them, so I tried to make it blend into the setting a little bit, but I wasn't really too particular about whether the outlines or anything were painterly or looked like a real in-game item, because that's not something I know how to do anyways. Maybe I'll put a link in the description below. There's some guy I saw on Twitter that I retweeted yesterday, and he does like his ideas for the game about terraforming and stuff like that, but he does these beautiful, like, I don't know if he does 3D renders or if he just paints really well, but he makes his ideas come to life in a much more realistic way, and I'll put up an example on the screen and I'll link to him in the description below. Definitely check him out. But the coloring that I'm doing is not photorealistic, it's just something that I thought would fit into the scene. And of course the first colorway I wanted to do for all the items is red, white, and blue. Regardless of your feelings about 4th of July or if you're not American or whatever, I just think red, white, and blue is a really nice, punchy, summery, bright, and vibrant and fun color scheme for the summer. So I think there's quite a few ways to use these colors. It could, you know, serve a more nautical type of theme, a more New England, you know, Cape Cod type of thing. These colors would fit right in there. And red, white, and blue makes for a really fun, vibrant outdoor snack table as well. So it's just fun for backyard parties and things of that nature. As well as I think the red, white, and blue colors look the best on the little bucket of water balloons too. It just feels so summer to me, like a bucket of red, white, and blue balloons screams summer to me. So definitely wanted to go with this colorway for the first you know, customization option. And of course the sky would be the limit for a lot of these, like the patio chairs. I imagine in my mind it would be, you know, just 2 fabric panels, and you could set them to any pattern, like one of the Able Sisters patterns or a custom design, so you could get really funky with these. I wonder how it would play out for, like, I guess for the balloons it would be similar to, you know, the clothesline item where you can customize it a few different ways, and it just customizes the one t-shirt on the clothesline. So maybe one balloon would be a custom pattern, but the other 2 balloons would be just like, you know, you could select a secondary color scheme and it would be, you know, you have the blue and white balloons in the background and the red balloon could have a custom pattern on it or something. That would be super cool to have custom balloons for like villager birthday parties. You could come up with their ages. Like if it's Adobe, you could put like 75 on it and like have an old man over the hill type of birthday party thing. That would be so cute. I really need balloons in this game, guys. The more I think about the possibilities for like customizable balloons, the more excited I get about it. And yeah, just filling in the last of these areas with red, white, and blue, going in and making a shadow layer and then a highlight layer just to make my life easier for the other colorways that I do much more quickly using the fill bucket and some minor edits. And I'm going to speed up the part where I fix the shadows because I realized they were at the wrong angle, because that's embarrassing. I should have just looked at literally anything in the scene to see that the shadows go to the right. So just going to speed through this part. And here I'm doing the second colorway, which is a more like 90s inspired type of color scheme, purple and teal. You guys know I love these kinds of, you know, I'm a sucker for like 90s nostalgic crap. I'll never be ashamed about it. But I think this colorway is really fun and fresh too. And I think it's just nice to have a variety of color schemes to get inspired from and have fun with. I think it looks really sharp on the like the beach umbrella in particular, and the balloons. I think the balloons in that colorway look really cute. And I'll show in depth all the color schemes at the end, so I'm quickly just going through and filling and trying out another scheme, which is pink. Everybody loves a good pink color scheme, and I know there's a lot of pink players, like players that want every item in pink, so I wanted to cater to them. And then I also did an all white or all cream, off-white, whatever, wedding appropriate color scheme, I suppose. It makes the least sense for the water balloon bucket, but I guess if you're inviting kids to your imaginary wedding, it would be a fun item to have. And I tried to make the pool floaty like semi-transparent, though I don't know if that came across as well as I wanted it to. I left a little bit of color on the table in terms of the little bag of chips and the fruit salad, but other than that, it's all white and clean. So here is the 4th of July color scheme with the video underneath. I thought it would be cool to overlay these things on top of the video to make them, you know, feel a little more real, even if it's pretty clear that it's drawn in a completely different art style. But I do love this red, white, and blue color scheme. I think it looks super fun and fresh. Next is the purple and teal color scheme. I also really dig this one. I think it's most successful on the balloons and the beach umbrella, but I think all the items look pretty cool. Next up is the pink color scheme. I actually really like this one. It might be my favorite color scheme, even though I don't typically decorate with a lot of pink stuff. I just think it's super sweet, and a lot of players would really love to use this on their island, I think. And last but not least, the all-white wedding type color scheme. I think this is most successful with the patio table and chairs in all white is nice and clean. And I also think the balloons, having some all-white wedding balloons would be super nice for outdoor wedding types of things and parties. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if you like this type of video, and maybe I'll do more and I'll put more effort into making them look more like the in-game items. I was just kind of having fun with this idea and doing something a little different for this holiday weekend. So let me know your guys' ideas for summer items that you would love to see in the game. If you loved any of my ideas, if you wanted to change any of them, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I post new videos every single week, so I will see you in the next one. Peace out.